How awesome. My mic just doesn't want to work off the time. That's so cool. What do we mean it's a wash for TF? Really? Who the hell's an OEG or OMG? Damn. Dude, ads, bro, ads. Okay, I see. This is looking rough. That's. Hey, try to take your turn back from Potemkin. I don't care if this ram has 100 meter. That is nutty, and she's gonna lose somehow because Pot gets meter back and fucking wake up BB. Oof. Okay, I see. Oh no. Awesome. Please tell me it saved all my stuff here. It did. Wonderful. Wonderful. I don't know. I hide what the. I don't want that the quarter. Uh oh. Oh well. Oh well. I low-key should have like logged in first before hitting start stream, so I don't have to sit here and wait for this. Okay, that wasn't that long actually. That's not that bad. Is that everything? Ah, that. I did a little. I started leveling up my culinary and off stream, but like at the same time, I feel like I have to go this way. No, no. I feel like I have to go here. Right? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's from up here. I tried leveling a little bit of culinary and off stream. Does it really matter? I should level my crafter first. should do what I did last time and level my gatherers first just to make everything that much simpler. But I should also probably just wait a little bit. What can I do? I can do this. Let's queue for this while we're running. Oh shit, yo, underwear? What's up? Yo, it's been a minute. I don't have it myself. This is so far to ask you to walk. It is gonna be a goddamn blessing in disguise once I get my mountain. It's over with. I'm currently in the fighting game retirement home. I'd like to play something, but like I'm waiting to get paid so I could get Sagat, and I don't really feel like playing Strive all that much. And if I do turn back on Strive, the stream will most likely be me playing Soul. I know Soul's stupid and not really the version I want to play. But I don't know. I'm not having as much enjoyment with Strive as I'd like to, and it's really frustrating. So I'm kind of just waiting for the patch. I know it's been a minute since I've seen you, and I know you've been moving. Like like I forget who it is that I follow, but they were talking about how like SF6 is kind of like in the most boring meta possible, which isn't entirely wrong, but like I don't know. In my opinion, Strive is just like really fucking boring. You have to be willing to put up with too much bullshit to play right now. You're asked to play into characters like Johnny and Potemkin, and it's draining. It's so draining. Still, no matter how good Eno gets, it is so frustrating when you have to fight somebody who has high health and high damage. Even with Eno's damage increase, fighting characters with high actually this goes for most of the cast though. Fighting the characters with high health and Strive is a nightmare. It is so unfun. You have to put up with characters like Johnny, who is so stupid. He has so much health, and in turn does so much damage. I feel like Street Fighter is like the most traditional fighter you could possibly ask for. Oh, I'm almost on the queue. Okay, Street Fighter is like the most traditional fighter you could ask for, so nothing gets too crazy. It's a really good. I'd say Street Fighter 6's cast is really bad. I've had nothing but character crises. I've had nothing but a character crisis in SF6 because most of SF6's character or roster just like doesn't appeal to me. If there was anything that I think is really bad about SF6, it's that SF6's roster is really bad. And every time I talk to somebody else who doesn't really play Street Fighter like that, it seems to be the same consensus. You know, people just don't like there's not a character for them because your options are Shotos, one of the two zoners, a rushdown character. Like overall, I don't think the cast is very good, but also again, if you look back at like SF5, it was a pretty privileged time. You know, there was a lot of characters for a lot of different archetypes, and it was really nice. But you know, that was also like 5 years into the game's lifespan. So also, Kimberly is fun as hell to play. But I also don't think that most of the DLC rosters have been particularly interesting to play, like characters. Like, of course, Akuma was going to come back at some point. It's Akuma. Um, Bison doesn't even really play like Bison, so a lot of people don't really like him actually all that much. It really is like one issue after another. It'll be fixed in time. I trust the SF6 team. They make mostly good decisions. I don't know if I should keep going like this. My biggest worry is I'm so excited for Stripe 2.0, but like might be kind of fun to watch, but dude, there's no character in the game I hate more to fight against. Oh my goodness. Fighting Mai was a monumentous task. I actually have never felt that miserable playing Street Fighter. It's crazy. Like, I think Season 4's pass is really cool. Except no matter how much people try to tell you, nobody actually gives a fuck about Ingrid. Everybody just wants to sound different. Nobody gives a fuck about a character that was in one game, like, damn near 20 years ago. They just want to be different so bad and say that they don't want to say that their favorite character from Street Fighter is Ryu or Ken. Fucking. Oh, as far as I know, you know, I haven't watched a whole lot of City of the Wolves. She is awful in City of the Wolves, like bottom tier. But then again, the top tiers in City of the Wolves are like so prevalent that I don't think that game's particularly fun to watch, because like you can kind of guess what you're gonna see every game, or every top 8. Plus, I'm really waiting for that Strive patch. I'm really hoping it does some good for the game, because Season 4 of Strive so far has just not been very good, if you ask me. It's nice that Ino's good, but I don't know how long this is gonna last. Look, I try to keep a positive mindset, right? At least I'm not a Tekken player. Oh man, at least I'm not a Tekken player. Having to play launch season 2 of Tekken would have driven me mad, like actually. Plus, you know, Strive 2.0 is right around the corner. Probably. I'm guessing like we don't have to wait too long before we hear news. And I'm guessing Strive 2.0 will probably be. No. Everything with Joe Crush has been the craziest shit ever. And I forget, and it reminds me that the FGC cannot talk to women normally. And everybody's trying to dog on I forget their name. Her name was something else on Twitter, but I think she changed it. I don't remember what it is. They were trying to dog on her for like having an OnlyFans. It's like, God forbid a girl make a bit of money, huh? God forbid. There's my bard. What was that? Why you're hiding around the corner like that? But also, like, why? Proposing to somebody only to cheat on them 4 days later might be one of the worst things I've ever read. I really don't even think there's an emotion I can use to like properly express how crazy that shit is. That shit is vile. Or like, there's somebody I follow on Twitter who was talking about how they thought that they had Yinghua blocked, and somebody's like why, and he's like, I just hate seeing people, hate seeing happy couples like in the most bitter fucking way possible. And I'm like, dude, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? But then again, like, I've seen so many people dog on Yinghua for that. Like, people fucking hate her just because she, like, is happy posting about her relationship. It is, like, so depressing, bro. I don't know what these people think is gonna, like, that's gonna get them. But, like, if you just keep this attitude, no shit, you're gonna be Seiko, bro. You're miserable. You're even awful. You're awful to be around. Come on. In the worst way possible, a lot of these dudes play like fighting games because it makes them feel better about themselves when they win. But just deep down, they're just not great people. Like, also, like, anytime anything happens related to women in the FGC, you see crazy stuff on Twitter about it. Like words no real person would ever say. Look, hey, believe me, I know being single for like a long period of time sucks. It's rough, you know. But like, come on. You don't need to make that somebody else's problem. If you just see a cute couple, just go like, damn, that's awesome. I need that, and move on with your day. It's not that hard. But also, I've like talked to Yinghua like quite a few times now, and people have given her like so much shit for just posting about Kensei. And like the poor girl is just like happy about it. It's not really that deep, but it's like not really that deep for you to get going out of your way to like drag her and her art for it. It is crazy. And even worse is I don't remember if you saw everything that happened with Lag Spike, but like, what happens when these people do get in a relationship and their partners don't know they're like really fucking weird towards other people? Because that happened with Lag Spike. That guy was a fucking weirdo towards, like, just anybody. Anytime, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I've been watching the Yiguan post. I have her post notifications on. Uh, Actually, my favorite interactions. She always sounds like a K-pop fangirl when she talks to him. It is actually it's priceless. But also, like, dude, I will not forget when Kensei came up on stream at what was it at Frosty's? Everybody was just like, oh shit, yo, Kensei's like super attractive. I was like the entire chat. That's the only thing I remember from the event. I don't remember who won Frosties or anything. I just remember everybody going, oh damn, Kensei's really attractive. I truly think nothing else happened to the event other than that. It's kind of beautiful. But yeah. Oh wait, that's peak. That's peak. It's like I've I've talked because I've seen a bunch of those like the weird interactions that some of the dudes in the FGC have towards women. It was like there was everything that happened with Lag Spike not that long ago, where he was being really weird towards Yinghua because she got into a relationship with Kensei, and then he was also being weird to some other people. And then all of a sudden he got into a relationship, and everybody was like, "What the fuck? How'd that happen?" Turns out the poor girl just didn't know shit. And when everybody was like, Lag Spike made like a really strange comment. Like all he had to do was keep his mouth shut. He made a comment about like somebody's ethnicity or something. I don't know how he thought that was okay. Because I think what it was something about insert being Indian or somehow. I might be misremembering. I do want to state that it was something about I believe insert though. And everybody was like, "Yo, what the fuck? This really isn't okay." The post had a bunch of comments, a bunch of reposts, no likes on it. And then everybody started posting like everybody had already tried to say something about Lag Spike, but then he like didn't really do anything for a while. And then that happened. Everybody's like, "Dude, just get the fuck out." I don't even know if Lag Spike's still around. I think it was insert. because everybody was like, "Hey, man, you really shouldn't be saying shit like this about a minor too." And everybody was like not okay with that. And then that was it. But he did say he was leaving Strive Twitter. I don't know what it is about the FGC that tends to bring like the worst out in some dudes. But it is quite scary to interact with like the wider FGC at times. Okay. Oh yeah, where are we at? I really need to finish that quest, but I also need to finish this quest because I want to get this shit out of the way. Elvide, I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As first sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to protect you from dangers you are not yet ready to face. I did not know that Leopold had become the leader of the Alacran. I think one of the other things about this too is the FGC, regardless of what they say, regardless of what people have done sometimes, the FGC is very bad about keeping people safe and keeping weirdos out. Because when those weirdos are called out and told that they need to be distanced from the community, or even outright banned, TOs are hesitant because banning somebody is a pretty drastic, thing you should probably do as a last step. But even when there's like enough proof to be shown that they shouldn't be around these groups, like these people shouldn't be around other people, nothing happens. People will tell you a ban is too drastic, or that you're going too far, or it's too much, just temp ban them or something. Nobody really cares about the safety of other people. Like I can't say nobody. A lot of people in more higher positions don't really care about the safety of other people and tend to not really ban or even bat eyes at these people. And it's just gonna keep happening. A lot of people don't really care about keeping these, like, a lot of the wider FGC safe. If you can press buttons good enough, you can get away with just about anything. You gotta really do some shit. You gotta do some, like, undeniable shit. Western Dandelion we go? I feel like I've made a few posts on Twitter about it. Maybe it gets at me more because I have younger sisters, but like a lot of times there's very little done to keep the safety of women in the FGC, especially. It happens quite often and nobody really wants to do anything about it. I think we've gone too far. I think this happens in the FGC specifically too, because of how the FGC is a more intimate community, I guess. That's how you'd put it. Other communities like the like MOBA players and yeah, the community is too intimate, and so a lot of a lot of the predators in this community will probably never be named because their victims don't want to speak out, but they're allowed to prey on people because they're allowed to get extremely close to people. Because like these dudes online aren't just only online. They go to locals. They go to majors. Shit happens at majors. But because of kind of the way the FGC is, this problem's probably never going to be changed without somebody drastically stepping in to stop everything. That's just my opinion on it though, and it's a little concerning. Oh, damn! I'm gonna do all like paladin. It's a good gladiator shit. Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder. It's a lot. It's a really complicated problem to deal with. I already know it is, and it's not going to be fixed overnight, and it kind of sucks. And truly, there's only so much you can do to there's only so much you could do to keep absolutely everybody safe. Something will slip through, and there's only so much you can do. But you know, a lot of the people under the shit happening with Joe Crush, they're fucking weirdos. And they probably shouldn't be allowed around women. Some fine swordsmanship out. The first sword certainly knows how to pick them. Even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call it that. See, I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild, a wee lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. But look at her now. You'd swear she was born with a blade in her hand. Like when there's so many people in an area, you can only see so much that happens. It sucks. I prefer, you know, I'd prefer, we don't have to worry about this shit at majors or anywhere, in fact. But it's really only, I don't really know what more we need to do. I I I don't want to push that to the side, but I also think that it's partially caused by um I guess like the wider FGC's like horrible ego problem. You win a little, you get a bit. If people start to get a big ass head, it's crazy. I really should go finish this. Uh, no, I'm gonna do this first, and then I can go finish this fucking my mouth. Think the gods you're all right. I heard about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you've recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. It is top player privilege. You press buttons good, you can get away with anything. But it sucks at the same time. I love the FGC so much. Being a little more intimate provides it provides people a better chance to people get real weird when you bring up infiltration. It's scary. Dude, people get real weird about like when you bring up any player who's been banned too. I never really thought we'd see grown men dick riding like so hard for other grown men. No, that I I got yelled at over mentioning like I don't know if infiltration should be allowed back in. Eesh. He was a mean and stubborn and an old out goat through and through, but gods, when he danced with a sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. I'm out of snoozes already? Damn. Maya's right. There's no way I could know what was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Yeah, I'm one of the. The Herald gals look so cool. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm really not in the mood to play. Mind stopping her? I guess. I guess. I don't like the male Hrothgars. I think they look kind of funny. They look a little boxy. A little too boxy. You know, I get that they're supposed to be like big like that, but I don't think they look all accurate. Plus, I don't really know any. I don't know any male Hrothgar fans. Everybody, I don't. They look really. They look really silly. They look really silly. Is that really it? That was the fight. Damn. You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Maya has a woman like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. That was a really easy fight. Oh my goodness. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will look after her, who will give her good counsel and keep her temper in check, now more than ever. Stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. Oh. Haven't you listened to a word I said? She needs dependable people. In case you haven't noticed, I'm anything but. I'm only here because of unfinished business. When it's settled, there will be no reason left for me to stay. I owe her old man to put an end to this. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this, to give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Leovold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what you are, Elvie. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. I can't wait to actually... You know, everybody's like, oh, ARR is the most boring part of this game. The most boring part of this game is trying to play through Paladin's Quest and stay awake. That shit is going to make me fall asleep on stream. A little bit of an over-exaggeration. You know, Paladin's not that boring, but it is pretty boring. Why are you staring at me like that, Elvie? Something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alicrant's movements. I remain confident that we'll find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. I want the boots. I'm not gonna lie. I think 14's really fun to learn about. Sometimes I don't think it's the most fun to play. At times. Overall, though, I do think it's super fun to play. Damn it all to the seven hells. This is madness. It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the brass blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so, and whatever I've said to the man, he would never resort to using poison. The Alicrant must be behind this. They have failed to kill him time and time again, and now they're reaching out to their monetarist elites. I don't want to believe Wymond when he said they had such influence, but... Wait, that's it! If anyone can help us unravel his plot, it's Wymond. He has a reputation for knowing knowing things he shouldn't after all. Find Wymond, see what he can tell us. All this is many things, but he's not a murderer. When I'm not playing, there's I don't even remember who it is. There's people who make good videos talking about there's people who make like good videos talking about like raids or certain parts or stuff at certain points of the game. That's been fun. But man, have you ever thought interacting with the Strive community was bad? Somehow the 14 community puts them to shame. It's kind of impressive. Low key. You got modders charging like $15 over like a retextured ripped model. You got like people are like are at your throat. If you say you enjoy the game right now, people will say something crazy towards you. It's kind of nutty. You got a point. You got a point. You know, there is a reason they're retired. It's because they're washed. I was wondering when you might come along, LV. Frankly, I'm surprised all this went so quietly. You ought to know there's no walking away from this. Yeah, what happened? You really don't know? Best I start at the beginning then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Leopold were two of the greatest gladiators to ever grace the blood sands, but he threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few more gil. See, the average Uldan loves a good Colosseum fight, and what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than a wager on the outcome? So when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme of untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum, and his wins were stricken from the record. Her guildmaster Maya got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the same time, her father fell ill and passed away. There's some oddities surrounding his death too. It was rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced pupil, or that he might have even been murdered by the man. Baseless conjecture, really, but it made all this look that much worse. In the end, Maya lost two of the most important men in her life and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Leopold, he tried to go solo on the blood sands, but it wasn't the same. Without all this, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of men you so desperately want to save, though. Judging from that look in your eyes, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then. Though you can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Ralger's vial. 'Tis a vile poison, rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it. I hear. Gods only knows why they'd give it to Aldous. Could go to their headquarters in the... Oh my god, what is that word? Is it Spellshire? In southern Thanalan, and ask him direct, I reckon. I have aversion to direct confrontation personally, but you don't, do you? By the by, you should save that poor bastard's life and tell him we're even, and that I was hoping it was all worth it. Is Sepulcher? Yeah? The siege is... Oh wait, I haven't gone down there. Oh my god. I really need to get my mount. I need to get this over with. Okay. You know, my poor little... I forced my poor little sister to sit here and... I told her she can play more 14. She has like a character on my account. I told her she can play more 14 if she wants, but she just has to read everything out loud to me. And dear Lord, we sat here for like 2 hours and barely got past the tutorial. It's not that she couldn't read, but fuck, I forgot how many words I have to either like tell her how to pronounce or have to just outright say for her, because she's not getting that. Like, you know, some of those words I didn't even know, man. I can't lie. This is rough. I haven't even had to go this way yet. It's kind of true. That's kind of true. Listening to like a bunch of different people say like one word a bunch of different ways. Is always really funny to me. Like, just trying to read at your own pace when it's faster and slower than the players is about as fun as fighting John. The real crazy part is when somebody can read like the most fucked up sentence you've ever seen really smoothly. It's got a bunch of fucked up words you have no clue how to pronounce. Hell yeah. Especially during A Realm Reborn, you have to read like, oh, I have to go back over here. You have to read like everything during A Realm Reborn. There is like a handful of voiced cutscenes. You're good. You're gonna learn to read today. Which is why I feel bad for my sister, because there is so much reading. I am only so far into the story, and I have streamed like all of them. I have read almost every piece of text that's been shown to me. It's gonna take her a while to get through A Realm Reborn. As I intended, though, as I intended. On top of it, RPGs are kind of good speech exercises with usually how much dialogue there is. I hate to be that guy to kind of push the stereotype even more. Catching up with 14 is surprisingly easy. The worst part about catching up with 14 is A Realm Reborn has to do so much heavy lifting to set up the rest of like the stories. I think Endwalker and Shadowbringers are pretty easy to get through because they're pretty compelling stories, especially Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers is so compelling. That shit is better than like half the RPGs I've played. I think, okay, if you want my honest opinion on it, right, catching up in 14 is super easy. The biggest downside is if A Realm Reborn doesn't connect with you super well, or you don't like the basis that a lot of the things the game does, it'll be a fucking chore. Although I can't lie, the most annoying character from A Realm Reborn being a 16-year-old who doesn't know shit, but acts like he knows shit, and you just constantly want to slap him, makes it that much more bearable. Although I also can't lie, the first time I played A Realm Reborn, by the time I finished A Realm Reborn, I was like, that was okay. I didn't hate it or anything, but I wasn't crazy about it. And post ARR is like super important going forward in the story, but I didn't want to read anything. I was so tuned out that like I didn't care. I mean, looking back on it, it was really stupid though. It's like like post ARR, they give you a bunch of like important shit you need to pay attention to for the future. But like, I'm not even embarrassed, dude. A Realm Reborn does very little to hook you other than being like the most traditional Final Fantasy story possible. But you know, in retrospect, you kind of have to throw it a bone because like the team was working to like basically remake the game from the ground up. I don't hate it, but I do like Heavensward a bit more. You know, going forward, the game does a lot right, but like at the start, like it's rough. Even now, looking back, it's rough. The trials are good in my opinion, but the dungeons are not, and the dungeons are usually what you're doing in A Realm Reborn. And A Realm Reborn's dungeons just aren't good. Oh my, they've reworked a lot of them, but oh my, they are so ass. Where have you been, Elvide? Aldous has been given over into the custody of the Sacarium. They mean to execute him. We must do something. Okay, I got these. This poison. You've proof that Alacran purchased it from the Corpse Brigade? Thanks to God. I also don't want to sound like that guy too, but you know when people say like X, like they're like, oh yeah, dude, it gets better after like 50 hours. That might be 14, sadly. However, once 14 kind of like figures out its place in the world, it starts to chug along perfectly fine. But at first, because like A Realm Reborn is definitely very Final Fantasy, like very basic Final Fantasy like points for a good chunk of it. But it also takes a lot of inspiration from like other MMOs for like how its raid, like A Realm Reborn's raid is pretty dated now by Final Fantasy standards, but they were working with a lot. I think the game gets better and figures out its place in the world after A Realm Reborn. But during A Realm Reborn, if it isn't your thing, it can be really, really hard to get into. Unless you're like me, and I was just so determined to get through it because I heard that what happened after A Realm Reborn was that good. I was proven right, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I keep saying it. I gotta just finish this one quest, and then I gotta finish my Grand Company class because I want my mount now. I don't want to run everywhere. That is the smallest Lalafell. I thought that was a minion. That is the smallest Lalafell I've ever seen. I thought that was just like a minion standing next to a player, and I just couldn't see the player. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, if my character wasn't a Rothgal, I'd be the smallest possible Lalafell so I could play as a tank and be like actually the tiniest person in the party. Just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. The Sicarium has sentenced you to death for your crimes against the Sultanate. Have you any last? Huh? Who are you? And what do you want? These are bold accusations you make, adventurer. However, the Sicarium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of God and men, and he will be executed forthwith. Don't waste your breath, Elvie. Thou's scales have always yielded to wealth, above all else, and Leovold spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal, and you, what are you waiting for? Do it! He ain't gonna kill him. Where did they? Just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the headman's axe. If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourselves in exchange. Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it's punishable by death. I had a feeling a spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. So it's to be a rematch. Very well. I accept. Maya and the others need you, Alfie. Leave me. You know, it doesn't help. I think of all of the quests in this game, the only like job quest that's really bad is Paladin. Somehow Gladiators is kind of good. Paladins on the other hand is not. Very boring. Which makes it really funny if you do Warriors instead. Warriors are pretty fucking unserious and really silly. And then if you go do Dark Knight, actually Dark Knight isn't even comparable. Dark Knight is so good, it puts most job quests to shame. Reason why the woman who wrote it got brought onto the main writing team. That shit was just that good. taking like no damage. What bait? Where? Oh, him. Oh. I'm waiting for it, but I have this feeling that um, I have this feeling that um, Strive rank is gonna be so janky. I'd like it not to be. I'd like to have a proper. I'd like to have a proper. Oh my god! I'd like to finally have a proper ranked mode, but it's gonna be so janky. I just know it. Well, with a Strive rank mode, maybe we can finally have like a Sage Air Slam for Strive or something. That'd be awesome. I think something like a Sage Air Slam for Strive, or just like something into it, would do so much good for the game community, maybe. Damn. You almost had me, Leo. Stay back. I won't have your pity. You just have to have it all, didn't you? Just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory, just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Tell me, Alice, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, and everything you've ever loved? I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Leovold. It's over. Like hell's it is. I swear, you will never know peace. Not in this life or the next. Damned well neither of us will see Thal's realm. Getting cut down just to jump off a cliff is kinda crazy work. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. Man, this is getting so expensive. I can't keep fast traveling everywhere. I need to start my free company. I need to get my job. I need to get my job crystal. I'm glad you were there, Alfred. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Alacran. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'd make a wonderful attraction. Of course, you need a title that befits your prowess. Uh-oh. Now that it's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No. Leovold may be dead, but the Alacran are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a tragedy. It is a tragedy I cannot enjoy the company of Ul'dah's lovely ladies any longer. but I have faith that the equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. How this I. Not another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the first sword has been a permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with her subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Maya. I am known to have this effect on the fairer sex. I should have let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might learn something of humility. Ah, but how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? Your father would be proud of you, Maya. Don't change. Ah yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say before I go. 7 years ago, before my last match on the Blood Sands, I was given an offer. A sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leovold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor, or pride, or whatever you'd like. I made my choice, and in spite of all that came of it, to this day, I have no regrets. It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing to know what's right. Listen to that heart of yours, and it'll never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversity. And with that, I bid you all farewell. I'd better not wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to do. What in the 7 hills are you looking at? This is a trading hall. Why aren't you all trading right now? You think all it takes to stand on the blood sands is a sword and a stupid grin? No, it takes years of hard work and an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion, but it's you, and you alone, who decide your destiny. Oh no, why am I being called away? Who's yelling for me? I hear my name and wondering, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that a bot message? Of course it's a bot message. Get that ass banned. Okay, now I can go deal with this. Oh, except I have to walk all the way over there again. Actually, it might just be better to walk through here. I should have did this while I was over there. I just want my mounts, so I don't have to walk everywhere. This is getting too much. I'm not going to an area and then I have to. That's gonna take me too far. I don't want to go that far. What level is this quest? This is level 20 quest. I am 10 levels ahead of where I'm supposed to be. And it's only gonna get worse if I keep deciding to play Paladin. Which actually might just be the move. That way I can get like level 100 really early and then have access to every job in the game. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's hide some cover first. Maelstrom Command sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Be at ease, sir. We are of Maelstrom. You're Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. And you must be Sol. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to this man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. The scouting party from Castrum. It's Castrum? It's Castrum Occidents. Oh my gosh. Fucking hell. Not the Garlian words too. The fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. Oh shit. Oops. After years of work, she was finally ready for her test flight, and she was soaring. She really was. Till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're gonna hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting on that. They're not getting that ship. And don't forget to save the Lalafell. What say you, soul? Ready to give those curs a hiding? Hell yeah. Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge. I like that one just stands there. An ambush. To arms. Goddamn Guardians of my country. Oh my god, it sent me down so low. I didn't realize that at first. I don't have nothing. Maybe I found my problem. Maybe the employee debuff is real and strong. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's why I'm not performing so well. Damn. Why didn't it move all the way over here? Oh my god. Please stop moving. Thank you. Now it's dead. It's just that trimble. Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with that ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how does she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Soul, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Oh no, your induction. I did read that right. I'm stupid. Ordinary, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I just wanted to say sorry. Calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I mean, you're dead, friend. We both are. It's okay, Biggs and Wedge. You guys are my favorites. I'll let it slide. Thank you. We're very grateful. I don't. I don't. Uh, I have guilt. I don't want to walk back that way. No, I feel really bad. I've only heard people who really like Battlefield 6 all say Battlefield 6 is a really good return to form for the series. And now there's somebody getting you're getting cheating accusations because somebody was playing really well. I really don't think they were cheating. And then other streamers going, oh, this game needs like a battle royale or a battle pass. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? You people are sick of the head. Welcome back, Soul. I just heard the report. You wouldn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of. After you're properly inducted into Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction, let us start afresh, shall we? You are welcome here, Elvied Soul. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right I tell you exactly what it is you will be joining. A grand company is simply more than a collection of is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It's an all-encompassing organization which draws upon resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against the nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and Garlean Empire and solving many problems caused by the calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in the keeping of the great warship that is Limsa Laminta afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Merowib sees fit. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you'll be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable, lass, and the strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you, talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till her last breath, fights till the last drop of blood. We give our all in our service to this nation, no less is expected of you. Saul, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their choosing upon entering Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? Uh, I will follow the Admiral to the very bottom of the abyss. As would we all. A capable crew is one thing, but unswerving loyalty is a trait that cannot be trained or bought. Well said, lass. Elvied Soul, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private, and may you serve Limsa Laminta well, till sea swallows all. You know, it's been like, I don't know, it's been like 7 years. They're never gonna update, they're never gonna update the grand companies, dude. Can you hear me, Elvid? This is Minfilia. An officer of Maelstrom contacted me with the news of your enlisting. My congratulations, Private Soul. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a woman of Storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I'd very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend you having a word with Commander Riki. It might be worth your while. Please tell me that's the quest! I want to get this over with! Oh, you do need this quest. if it isn't Private Soul, I must say the tales of your deeds has been an inspiration to the troops. Our duties take us far and wide, and I'll wager you've slogged across quite a few malms of countryside on naught but your own 2 feet. Such as a sterling soldier of Maelstrom deserves her own steed, let us see about having one issued for you. All you need to do is obtain all you need to do is obtain a storm chocobo insurance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have his deed, present it to Fragram, and she will have you saddled up on one of our trusty birds. Is it here? It's 200 seals. Oh no. I have no clue what I did to get seals for last time. I could just do this. I have some gil to spare, and it would be just way more convenient to just go buy some eggs, I guess. I hope I'm right. I swear. Oh goodness. Do I have to make them myself? Oh no, they're right here. The high quality ones. Dude, this blows. What? I forget where you straight freak. Ooh, okay, I'll come back to that. I remember now. Oh, you know what? Oh. Eastern Dandelion. Eastern Dandelion with the sand. If it gets me company seals. convenient. I just spent 5k gil on some fucking boiled egg. God awful. That investment was not worth it. Worst mistake of my life. I do need to brainstorm, like, what do I call my FC? What do I give my FC tag? Pretty sure I gotta pay somebody else because I have one other person I can get to sign the petition. I think we have to pay somebody, or we have to bribe with like a I don't know. I got bribed with like a cookie to join an FC the first time, or to help somebody sign up their FC with the petition. This is Sandgate. At least I thought that's what it said. Can I not read it? Sandgate. Okay. Let's hit it. I'm almost certain it says Sandgate, but it's like right on the second. Yep. I'm like almost certain that the thing only costs 200. Maybe I should get a little more in case it costs like 500. I'm just stupid. It costs less than 1,000. I know that, but I don't know. These three are all inside of it. I mean, I guess I could do the dungeon. I do not remember how you unlock it, but it gives me nothing I want. I don't remember how you get into Hot Dolly. Let's just hope I'm right. Let's just hope that's all I need. Okay, yes. It was 200. Now, I could fast travel back down there. I could get my damn chocobo. Here you go. Finally, my chocobo. Hell yeah. Hey, man. There we go. Can I now summon every mount? Yes, I can. Okay, finally, that's out of the way. Welcome back. It seems wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? By the recruitment office called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, LV. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? I neglected to mention that you have already met. Taro, please show them in. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs, and I'm Gods, man. Spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that the Scions should serve as keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Saints. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you all, and fight for the future of this realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. There's the Sylphs next.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Have I gone out to... I've gone out to Summer Gridania. How much? Damn. There's the Gridania I know. Getting so far from people I can't even see all the tags. That's what I'm talking about. And some poor schmuck keeps destroying his stuff. That's what I'm talking about. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay low, or to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the silence once more if we are to. Beg your pardon. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida, Papalimo, it's always a pleasure to see the two. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelvewood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that retain the the Sylph's relation to the primal Rama has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of chance that the summoning of a primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Rama, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question. Yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen to only one's own is among one of the greatest mistakes a commander can make. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I could hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bears little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural foul paw get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you on how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? This should be pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore here should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimao. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I see we do this, and call it for the night. Look at his skin again. Nah, it looks sure as shit like him. Gladiator's Guild. Here we go. I could get my paladin drop crystal. And Spirit with it. Oh, there you are, LV. Perfect timing. I've just heard a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in. Apparently, and remember, you heard this first from me, the Sultans were an elite are sharing the secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultansworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladins. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer track elites, then you had no chance to learn the arts, and competition to get to the top was very fierce, let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Ul'Aden Sultanate, which meant no more adventuring, no more daring do, and no more Colosseum, just languishing about the palace all day, polishing plate mail. This is why it's so big news. Now anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the sword or any other nonsense either. This is a golden, no, platinum opportunity that comes but once in a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade in the Houston Strip. Find the captain of the Sultansworn Elite. Genlins is his name, and tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin. Yippee, it's paladin time! Real sword and board shit up in this bitch. Hell yeah. Yes, I'm it's Jenlin's, a member of Sultan Sworn Elite and servant of the Ul'Aden Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about the training as a paladin. If so, I would have your good name, I would have your name, good woman. Elvide, a fine name. I bid you welcome, and salute your noble resolve. But if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sellswords and gladiators and others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves, but a paladin serves for the greater good. Do you understand me? The battle arts that the paladin learns have been held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultansworn elite for nigh on these 600 years. Of all those sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights, we are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, and our sword skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultansworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are a shadow of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to sellswords to defend her palace. All of this because of one traitor, no, because of a blot of dishonor left by one who shall not be named, and because of him we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. And here you are. We shall instruct you in the paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultansworn, but serve as a free paladin. However, you will show us that both your sword and heart have metal, and you are worthy of honor. In the ruins to the south of Little Alamigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be paladin, show me the metal in your heart and steel in your blade. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't attune to the one at Little Alamigo. I'm gonna scream. Uh-oh. Let's go to the Adventurers Guild and then go out the door. But like once I get my paladin job, I think it's a pretty good place for that. I got all my important shit done. Although I still do have quite a ways to go for my MSQ. We are barely getting into it. That's okay. No, we gotta. I think I just need a bigger 14 stream one of these days, just for a long afternoon or something. Let's attune to the crystal before I forget. I'm gonna keep going away. Coming back, and I'm back. Oh yeah. I know it's not. Where is my... I know it's not really all that good. It's actually slow. But it's so cool. I paid money for this mount. I might as well use it. Even though this should have been a mount you could earn somewhere. That is so cool. Ooh. Whoa. You guys are so tanky. What? These guys are so tanky. Yeah, I got Holy shit. They are so tanky. What was that? If you are in this place, searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the Paladin arts. But make no mistake, simply learning Paladin swordplay does not make you a Paladin, nor does the armor you wear, nor does the status you claim. I am just another aging free Paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of the Paladin. You will be returning to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. The way you use that sword reminds me of a man I used to know. Mine eyes may be old, but they can see the truth well enough. Be a paladin, strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. The paladin armor, the paladin gear, it goes so hard, it goes so hard. The Ulda we go. Now we can fast travel up there. Oh no, I got stuck. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins south of... Oh, wait, already. Here we go. Yes, that's what I needed. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown your heart is true and your sword has metal. Oh no, a free paladin has no master. Instead, she travels all lands, and in every place, takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty not to a lord but to yourself. You are nobility amongst adventurers. You have taken the first steps on a new path, and you have earned the right to bear this, the soul of a paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. She who commands it bears she who bears its command she who bears it commands respect of all knights of honor. I can't read. Bahamut's Fang, you already possess a crystal, and you say it was given to you by given to you by an unknown free paladin? Who told you to hand it to me? Where is the crystal? Where is the crystal which you speak? I demand you show it to me at once. Curse him. He's made a mockery of the trial. The crystal you bear is indeed the soul of the paladin, but it is disgraced and impure. It was stolen from the Sultan's sworn. The man who gave you the soul is a very traitor whom I have been seeking these many moons. He's an oathbreaker who bent the knee to Uldan Sultanate and who swore allegiance to the Sultan's sworn, but then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honor, on the paladin way? This soul is polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by a captain of a sultan's sword. That traitor is no sultan's sword, and still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance. But through reigns long and short, our forebears in the Sultan's Sworn have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty bound to uphold them, even if men and women in our ranks are scorn them as relics. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultan's Sworn in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honor, I have bent my knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty. I will fight to restore honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. Damn. You must ready yourself. Marshal your resources and hone your skills until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you as surely as an oath. Yippee! I'm a paladin now! Now I can put on this bad boy and then hit update set. And now it has me. Okay. That's set now. And now it has all my shit on my block. Okay, all this shit I gotta clear up. Oh well. I think this is a good place to end stream. You know, I streamed for a good bit. I'll probably try to stream longer next time. Probably try to stream some gear or Street Better probably next. So if I don't stream tomorrow, it'll definitely be on Tuesday. But until then, I'll see you guys around. Peace.